guys, it's Zach. Hope you all are doing well. I just wanted to give you guys an unboxing and first impressions of the Asus Chromebook C302. If you guys remember on the channel, a long time ago I reviewed this guy, and this is the first Asus Chromebook Flip, and this is pretty much, I guess you can say, the second version of that. And you know, you have a bunch of different improvements overall. I think it's a lot bigger as well, and we're just going to take a look at it. But yeah, if you guys missed that video, I guess I'll link it in the description. But it was a good video and an awesome laptop. So let's go ahead and take this out of the box. All right, so let's go ahead and flip this over, no pun intended. Now this laptop is actually supposed to be really good. I'm really excited to check it out. And speaking of check out this unboxing knife I have here. Yeah, it's fashioned like a sword. If you guys want to get your hands on this, I'll toss a link for this up in the description as well. But yeah, new unboxing knife. Let's go ahead and cut the tape here. There we go. So this laptop does have a full HD display as opposed to the non-full HD display found on the first Flip. That one was actually, I mean, it was okay, but it just wasn't the best. This one finally has a full HD display. It also has a bunch of USB Type-C ports as well, so that's going to be cool to check out. All right, so let's go ahead and take it out of the cover here, and wow, there we go. That is the new Asus Chromebook C302. Gonna go ahead and compare it in size to the first one. I believe this is, wow, it's very cold. This one here was about 10.1 inches, and this one I believe is 12.5 inches. And yeah, I mean, just take a look at that right there. So the first difference, obviously, is this one has a full hinge that goes all across the back of the laptop, and this one here has two separate hinges. Of course, it is larger, so one hinge probably wouldn't do the job with this. As you can probably tell, the edges of the lid here on the first Flip are actually curved, and they're much more square on this one. So I actually like the look of this one. It's more minimal and just a lot cleaner. All right, so taking a look at the left side of the Chromebook, we can see we have a speaker here, so that's a very interesting placement. We also have a headphone jack / microphone port, and then we also have our power button, volume up and down, battery LED indicator, and we also have a USB Type-C port right there. And then on the right side, we have another speaker. We have a micro SD card slot, which is undoubtedly for expanding the storage of the Chromebook. And then we have our second USB Type-C port. And then taking a look at the bottom, we do have a bunch of rubber feet to prevent the laptop from sliding around our desk. So first impressions of just the outer shell, I am very impressed with this. It's very solid. It's nice and weighty. It's not too light. It doesn't feel cheap like it's just gonna fly away. This actually feels really nicely put together. I'm very impressed with that, and it just looks really good. I'm excited to open this thing up, so let's go ahead and do just that. All right, so let's go ahead and open this up here, and you can actually see the reflection of my microphone right there. But yeah, I'm actually liking the size of this screen. Again, 12.5 inches. That's a good size. Now, we do still have the bezels here, but in comparison to the previous version, they're not nearly as bad. If I could actually get this open, that would be nice. But there you go. Yeah, the bezels here were pretty crazy. Again, for something this small, I don't think it should have had such large bezels. But yeah, so they're not as bad here. They are still present, but again, they're not that bad. So let's go ahead and take a look at the keyboard. Nice looking keyboard. Can probably be what I would expect. Yeah, it's a very solid keyboard. I do like that. You know, I was just typing random letters there just to get a feel for it. It actually feels really good. All right, so since this is the Asus Chromebook Flip, of course, it can flip over, and I'll demonstrate that in just a little bit. All right, so as I mentioned about twice already, this does have a 12.5-inch screen with a resolution of 1920 by 1080, so thumbs up for that. We also have an Intel Core M3 processor. You can probably see on the sticker there. It's clocked at 2.2 gigahertz. It has 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigs of onboard storage. It's got a nice sized battery that Asus claims will get up to 10 hours of video playback. We will have to see exactly how that translates into real world usage. It weighs just over 2.5 pounds. And in case you didn't already know, this will have full support for the Google Play Store, so you can download a whole bunch of awesome Android apps and enjoy them on this awesome screen. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit the power button on the left-hand side here and see what we can see on this screen here. Well, guess what, everybody? It appears that this one is DOA, dead on arrival, so I will have to plug it in and charge it. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at what else comes in the box, because that's what unboxings are all about. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this here. Here is our power adapter. Yes, of course, USB Type-C. There we go, and it is connected. It is not removable, so you can't like use any sort of regular, you know, USB cord with this one. You do have to use this one or something else that you have lying around. Let's go ahead and see what we have in this spot over here. And we just have manuals. We have a giant cleaning cloth. Yes, I love these, so that's awesome. And that appears to be it. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in the Chromebook, and we're going to try to get some juice in this thing. All right, so I had it plugged in for a few minutes, and we are ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and set everything up, and then we're just going to go ahead and take a look at the OS. All right, so we do have a a software update right after I logged into my network. It shouldn't take too long, it says about 2 minutes. But first impressions of the keyboard and the trackpad. The keyboard, as I said before, is actually really nice. It does have a nice coating, a nice texture on top of each key. And the trackpad is actually nicely sized for a keyboard, for a laptop this large. It actually is pretty nice. It's nice and smooth. And actually, the surface actually feels similar to a MacBook trackpad, but of course the click is a lot different. It's actually not that bad. It is a little bit on the clunky side, but it's nothing major or anything like that. But yeah, it's not bad at all. It's nice and responsive, and I'm guessing it'll be easy to use. All right, so here we go. We are finally in the OS, and it actually looks really nice. Of course, pretty much what you would expect on a Chromebook and stuff like that. But the setup took about 5 minutes, so it wasn't anything major. Did have to download a software update and apply it. But now that that's done, we can just take a quick look around before I end the video. So if you go over here to the taskbar, we can actually see that it says internal display, and it shows the resolution there. Let's go ahead and change that to 1080p. It says it's best. There you go. You can also change it to something even bigger or more dense or something like that. Let's see. So there you go. That's really tiny, but probably wouldn't want to do that unless you've got this running on like a really large display or something like that. But there you go, there's that. All right, so actually one thing I do remember is that apparently Google Play Store won't actually roll out to the Chromebooks until Chrome OS 56, and currently we're on 53 apparently, according to some online sources. So let's go ahead and do what we did on the first Chromebook. Let's go ahead and let's see, Chrome, let's go ahead and enable that. Let's go ahead and, whoops, more info, change channel, get to the developer mode, and we should be able to get our Google Play Store. All right, so I actually ended the recording of this video without showing you guys the flip function of the Chromebook. So here you go, this is what it looks like, and I must say it has a very solid set of hinges. They don't feel cheap, they feel like they're gonna last a good long time, and using this in tablet mode is actually really good. So there you go, that's what it looks like. It works really well, it's very solid, I love it. But while that's going on, let's go ahead and jump into the online version of the Google Play Store, just so I can show you guys how responsive the touchscreen is. It feels just like a tablet, pretty much. I mean, it doesn't really feel like a laptop touchscreen. It is still very nice and smooth, as you can see. It's very responsive there, which is very, very impressive. Wasn't too big of a fan of the touchscreen on the first Chromebook from Asus, the Chromebook Flip, but this one is actually pretty smooth. I do like it, so it feels good. The screen looks nice, the keyboard is nice, the trackpad is okay, the hardware is fantastic. The screen, let's see if I can get the brightness up. The screen looks really good. So overall, for the price, I think this thing goes for about $450 to $500. First impressions, again, I have to really use it. It is a little bit on the pricey side of things as far as Chromebooks go. You know, Chromebooks are usually supposed to be nice and cheap, but this is a premium Chromebook, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, so far so good. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here with this Chromebook. It's very smooth. I do like that. But yeah, stay tuned for the full review. I'll get that to you guys as soon as I possibly can. But yes, this is the Asus Chromebook C302. Really liking it so far, but final verdict will wait until the official review finally comes out. So there we go. That does it for this unboxing video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But that does it for me. I'll talk to you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching.